celebrate this auspicious occasions of 76th anniversary of independence of Sri Lanka, which the year that marks the 50th anniversary of its diplomatic establishment between the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka
rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to the prestigious diplomatic reception hosted by the Consulate General of Sri Lanka, celebrating the 76th anniversary of independence of Sri Lanka. We also mark and observe the Golden Bridges of Friendship, commemorating 50 years of diplomatic relations between the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It is an honor to be your MC for this auspicious occasion, celebrating the rich culture, heritage, and achievements of Sri Lanka. We begin this evening with great anticipation as we prepare to embark on a journey of inspiration and friendship. But before we delve into the festivities, allow me to extend a warm welcome to our Honorable MUM Ali Sabri, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Sri Lanka, and Madam Ali Sabri, and to His Excellency Mazen Hamad Al-Himli, Director General of the Foreign Affairs of Makkah region, on behalf of the Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs of this Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and His Excellency Falah Maulana Al-Hibshi, Consul General of the Sri Lanka Consulate in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, and Madam Mrs. Falah Al-Hibshi, and to His Excellency Adnan Murad, Deputy Director General and Chief of Protocol Affairs, and respected Saeed Naqib Maulana, son of late Alawi Maulana, Minister and Governor of Sri Lanka, along with the illustrious excellencies, the Consul Generals and distinguished guests and dignitaries present here today, and the Sri Lankan community. Ladies and gentlemen, we will begin our evening with a moment of respect and unity as we play the national anthems of both Sri Lanka and Saudi Arabia. Please rise as we pay tribute to the sovereignty and pride of both nations.
Sri Lanka Mata, Apa Sri Lanka, Namo 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 Mata, Sundara Sri Kadini, Surani Ati Sobermana Rampa, Ranya Kadara Bitamal Walaturu Piri Jaya Bhumi Ranya, Apa Apa Sapa Siri Seta Sadhana, Jivana Ye Mata, Pili Kanu Mena Apa Bhakti Puja, Namo Namo Mata, Apa Sri Lanka, Namo 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 Mata, Upave Apa Vidya, Upavaya Apa Satya, Upave Apa Shanti, Apa Hada Tula Bhakti, Upa Apa Aloke, Apa Ge Anuprani, Upa Apa Jivanale, Apa Muktiya Upave, Nava Jivana Devini, Nikila Apa Kubukaran Mata, Jnana Pira Vada Vanina Ragena Yanu Mena Jaya Bhumi Kara, Ekama Kage Danu Kala Badina, Yamu Yamu Vino Pama, Prema Vada Sana Veda Nurala, Namo Namo Mata, Apa Sri Lanka, Namo 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 Mata.
وارفع الخفاق أخضر يحمل النور المسطر رددي الله أكبر يا موطني
موطني قد عشت فخر المسلمين عاش الملك للعلم والوطن
شارعي للمجد والعلياء مجدي لخالق السماء
وارفع الخفاق أخضر يحمل النور المسطر رددي الله أكبر يا موطني
موطني قد عشت فخر المسلمين عاش الملك للعلم والوطن.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare to be enchanted as we embark on a journey through the rich tapestry of the Sri Lankan culture.
පායනා දේශය ලොබ බැඳුණු දේශය මගේ මේ රටයි සුන්දර බලනු මැනසකි ඉරක් පායනා දේශය ලොබ බැඳුණු දේශය මගේ මේ රටයි සුන්දර බලනු මැනසකි ජාතියේ උදාලෝකය මගේ හදවතයි දේශය සිංහලේ මගේ පින්බර පොළොව මම සිඹින් ජාතියේ උදාලෝකය මගේ හදවතයි දේශය සිංහලේ මගේ පින්බර පොළොව මම සිඹින් සිංහලේ මගේ පින්බර පොළොව මම සිඹින් විදෙස් දේශයන් අභියස නිවට ජාතියක් විලසට බෙදන බිම ඔබා මැතිඳුනි ඉඳිනු මම කෙසේ විදෙස් දේශයන් අභියස නිවට ජාතියක් විලසට බෙදන බිම ඔබා මැතිඳුනි ඉඳිනු මම කෙසේ ජාතියේ මහාමානය මගේ හදවතයි දේශය සිංහලේ මගේ පින්බර පොළොව මම සිඹින් ජාතියේ මහාමානය මගේ හදවතයි දේශය සිංහලේ මගේ පින්බර පොළොව මම සිඹින් සිංහලේ මගේ පින්බර පොළොව මම සිඹින් ඉරක් පායනා දේශය ලොබ බැඳුණු දේශය මගේ මේ රටයි සුන්දර බලනු මැනසකි ඉරක් පායනා දේශය ලොබ බැඳුණු දේශය මගේ මේ රටයි සුන්දර බලනු මැනසකි
Ladies and gentlemen, we will have the privilege of witnessing a documentary that honors the long-standing and cherished relationship between Sri Lanka and Saudi Arabia. This documentary serves as a testament to the diplomatic ties and cultural exchanges that have strengthened the bond between our nations.
relationship between the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka. The first mention of Arabs in ancient Sri Lanka appears in the Chronicle Mahavamsa in an account of the reign of the king Pandu Kabaya 474 BC 367 BC. It states that the king set apart lands for the Yona, traders from Arabian Peninsula, on the side of the western gate of Anuradhapura. These traders were sailing in the ancient oceanic Silk Route, of trade where Sri Lanka was at the epicenter. In the 7th century AD, the king Agrabati III 623-640 AD dispatched a delegation on a fact-finding mission to Arabia about the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Although this delegation left Sri Lanka when the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, himself was living, they were able to reach Mecca in Saudi Arabia only during the time of Caliph Umar ibn al-Khattab, 634 to 644 AD. On their way back, the chief envoy of this delegation passed away, but his Indian servant was survived to reach Anuradhapura to report about their experience to the royal court. Historians cite this mission as one of the early examples for the strong connection that Arabian traders held with the Sri Lankan royalty. Saudi Arabian traders were known to source merchandise such as pearls, precious stones, sandalwood, camphor, cloves, cinnamon, pepper, coconut, ambergris, and ivory from Sri Lanka. This ancient trade and people-to-people relationship between Saudi Arabia and Sri Lanka flourished over time and bonded itself with the history of Sri Lanka. Friends in deed and friends in need, Saudi Arabia and Sri Lanka have forged strong bonds in supporting each other in time of need. In 1945, Saudi Arabia faced a difficult situation with the less number of pilgrims visiting the areas of Mecca and Medina. Sri Lanka established a committee named as Mecca-Medina Starvation Relief Committee and collected a sum of rupees, 71,832.80, 81,135 Saudi riyal in current value from 86 villages, including Colombo. This money was transferred via Colombo Eastern Bank to then Crown Prince, His Royal Highness Sultan Abdul Aziz ibn Saud. Saudi Arabia supported Sri Lanka in the time of the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami. Following the disaster, Saudi Arabia sent 8 flight loads of relief material. It also built 500 houses for the affected Sri Lankans while funding the reconstruction of damaged infrastructure. Sri Lanka and Saudi Arabia have supported each other on numerous occasions, both as development partners and close friends who come forward in needed times. The Saudi Fund for Development has been a long-held development partner of Sri Lanka, which has provided Sri Lanka with 408 and 72 million worth of development assistance over the last decade. These soft loans provided by Saudi Arabia to Sri Lanka are intended to be contributions to provide a quality life for the friendly people of Sri Lanka. Colombo water supply and sewerage, $26.64 million. Electric power transmission, $12.83 million. Mahaweli Ganga Downstream Development System B Left Bank, $22.66 million. A Medical Services Development in Colombo, $14.93 million. Batikaloa Trincomalee Road Development, $10.66 million. Epilepsy Hospital and Health Center, $32 million. Kaluganga Development, $46 million. Road Network Development, $60 million. Improvement of Paradenia Badula Chenkaladi Road, $60 million. Development of Left Bank of Kaluganga, $45 million. Development of Wayamba University, $28 million. Medical Faculty of Sabragamua University, $50 million. Establishment of diplomatic relations. Sri Lanka and Saudi Arabia established formal diplomatic relations in July 1974. The first embassy of Sri Lanka in Saudi Arabia was established in Jeddah in 1981 with late Mr. M.R.M. Thasim as the first Sri Lankan ambassador. Later, in 1985, the embassy was moved to Al Aruba Road in Riyadh. In April 1997, a separate consular office was opened in Jeddah. This consular office was upgraded to the Consulate General of Sri Lanka in 1998, and Honorable M.U.M. Ali Sabri, President's Counsel, who is the current Minister of Foreign Affairs of Sri Lanka, became the first ever Consul General of Sri Lanka to the West region of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. In August 1977, the first Saudi ambassador to Sri Lanka was appointed, and he was concurrently accredited from New Delhi. The first resident Saudi mission in Sri Lanka was established in 1996 with His Excellency Abdullah Azharani as its first charge d'affaires. The first resident ambassador to Sri Lanka, H.E. Muhammad Mahmud Al-Ali, assumed duties in 2001. Since 1980s, many Sri Lankans came to Saudi Arabia as migrant workers. At present, there is a vibrant community of around 150,000 Sri Lankans are living and working in Saudi Arabia. Sri Lanka is well-known tourist hotspot for Saudis, and around 35,000 Saudi tourists are annually visiting Sri Lanka. Most of them have visited the island more than one time, and they are full of appreciation of the beauty and the people of Sri Lanka. These people-to-people contacts have been reinforced by the high-level visits from Saudi Arabia to Sri Lanka and vice versa. Late Saudi Foreign Minister His Excellency Saad bin Faisal bin Abdulaziz Al Saud visited Sri Lanka in 1972 and in 1976. He represented Saudi Arabia in the 5th NAM Summit, which was held in Sri Lanka in 1976. President of the Surah Council Dr. Abdullah Ibn Muhammad Ibn Ibrahim Al-Sheikh visited Sri Lanka from 7th to 11th September 2019. During his visit, he met His Excellency the President of Sri Lanka, Maithripala Sirisena, Honorable Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, and Honorable Speaker Karu Jayasuriya, and held bilateral discussions. Other high-level visits from Sri Lanka to Saudi Arabia. A number of high-level Sri Lankan dignitaries have visited Saudi Arabia from Sri Lanka during the past 4 decades. Late Honorable Lakshman Kadir Gama, Foreign Minister of Sri Lanka, visited the kingdom in February 2001. He called on then Foreign Minister of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, His Excellency Saad bin Faisal bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, and held bilateral discussions. Honorable Rohitha Bogalagama, Foreign Minister of Sri Lanka, visited the kingdom from 9th to 10th May 2009. He also called on then Foreign Minister of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, late His Excellency Saad bin Faisal bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, and held bilateral discussions. In September 1981, late President J.R. Jayawardena visited the kingdom. This is the first time a president of Sri Lanka visited the kingdom. During this visit, he called on His Majesty, the King Khalid bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, and had bilateral discussions with the ministers and officials. 2 parties also agreed to establish diplomatic representations in their respective countries. Then Foreign Minister, late Mr. A.C.S. Hamid, also held discussions with his counterpart, His Excellency Saad bin Faisal bin Abdulaziz Al Saud. The recent bilateral visits. The relations between the 2 countries have seen a remarkable progress in the last 2 years, with almost a dozens of visits from Sri Lanka to Saudi Arabia and vice versa, by the efforts of the embassies of both countries. In 2022, March 14th, Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, His Highness Prince Faisal bin Farhan bin Abdullah Al Saud, made an official visit to Sri Lanka and had a bilateral meeting with the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Honorable Professor G.L. Paris. During the visit, His Highness extended his appreciations to Sri Lanka for Sri Lanka's support to the nomination of Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for Expo 2030. In 2023, January 26th, at the invitation of his Saudi counterpart, His Highness Prince Faisal bin Farhan Al Saud, Honorable Ali Sabri, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Sri Lanka, made an official visit to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and had series of meetings. Honorable Tharaka Balazuria, State Minister of Regional Cooperation, undertook an official visit to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia on 19 March 2022, along with Honorable Piankara Jayaratna, State Minister of Foreign Employment Promotion and Market Diversification. Further, an official visit of Honorable Manusha Nanayakkara, Minister of Labor and Foreign Employment to the Kingdom, took place on November 2022. In 2024, with the invitation of the Saudi government, Honorable Vidura Wickramanayaka, the Minister of Buddha Sasana, Religious and Cultural Affairs of Sri Lanka, visited the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for the Hajj agreement signing. In its remarkable history, the first Joint Commission, which identified 63 areas for cooperation, was convened last year. Expected unveiling of roadmap shortly following the visit of Saudi Minister of Economy, His Excellency Faisal bin Al Ibrahim, to Sri Lanka in November 2023. The Consulate General of Sri Lanka is honored and privileged to celebrate this auspicious occasions of 76th anniversary of independence of Sri Lanka, which the year that marks the 50th anniversary of its diplomatic establishment between the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
मेरट मगेरट माइपदुन रट ऐदेन वैदेन रट मगेम मौरट
मेरट मगेरट माइपदुन रट ऐदेन वैदेन रट मगेम मौरट
صاحبي خلك صريح، خلى الصراحة بيننا
committed leadership continues to strengthen the bonds between Sri Lanka and the Saudi community. Please join me in welcoming His Excellency the Consul General as he delivers his address.
Good evening. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is with profound respect and great honor that I stand before an assembly of distinguished personalities, including the Honorable Emir Ali Sabri, the President's Consul, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Sri Lanka, and Madam Ali Sabri. Our minister was the first Consul General of the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka to the west region of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in 1998. His Excellency Madin Hamad Al-Himri, Director General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Mecca Al-Karma region, on behalf of the Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Kingdom. His Excellency Adnan M. Murad, Deputy Director General and Chief of Protocol Affairs, along with the illustrious Excellencies, the Consul Generals, distinguished guests and dignitaries present here today, the Chairman and the Management Council of the members and the Principal of Sri Lanka International School, Jeddah, respected Sri Lankan community in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, esteemed colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. I extend my warmest greetings to all esteemed attendees on this beautiful evening as we gather to celebrate the 76th anniversary of the Sri Lanka's Independence Day. We also mark and observe the Golden Bridges of Friendship, commemorating 50 years of diplomatic relations between the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It is a great honor and to be a part of this momentous occasion. This remembrance is a testament to the enduring friendship and mutual support that has characterized the relationship between our two nations, especially during the most challenging times faced by my country in its recent history. I wish to express my deepest gratitude to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and its benevolent people for their unwavering support, and to extend my appreciation to the representative of other nations for their solidarity and continued faith in Sri Lanka. Reflecting on our rich history, Sri Lanka, despite the most and modest size, has been a focal point of significant interest due to its abundant resources, strategic maritime position, and geostrategic importance. This has shaped our nation's narrative, marked by periods of prosperity, adversity, and resurgence. Our storied past, from the ancient civilizations of Polonnaruwa and Anuradhapura to the era of colonial rule, underscores the resilience and unity of the Sri Lankan people. Today, Sri Lanka stands as a nation committed to fostering progressive and amicable relations with the global community, with a special emphasis on our cherished partnership with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We eagerly anticipate further strengthening our bonds and exploring mutually beneficial collaborations fostered by the recent diplomatic engagements led by the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ali Sabri. Our bilateral relations are multifaceted, with a focus of human resource development, economic cooperation, and international trade, which are crucial for our mutual growth and prosperity. Sri Lanka, known for its strategic location, conducive business, environment and hospitable culture, welcomes investment and partnership that promises reciprocal benefits. As we navigate through these times of economic transition, Sri Lanka remains committed to enhancing its international trade, tourism and investment sectors, ensuring that our nation not only persists but thrives amidst adversity. We extend an invitation to all nations to explore the numerous opportunities that Sri Lanka has and to others, from its enhancing landscape to its rich cultural heritage. In conclusion, I reiterate our collective aspiration for future marked by resilience, collaboration, and shared prosperity. We value the support and partnership of all our friends and allies as we endeavor to achieve great heights together. Thank you for honoring us with your presence on this significant occasion as we reflect on the 75th anniversary of Sri Lanka's independence and to mark 50 years of diplomatic relations. Shukran wa jazila. Jazakumullah.
Next on our agenda is a dance for a Tamil traditional song, which is performed by the students of Sri Lankan International School in Jeddah. His presence here tonight is a testament to the importance of diplomacy and international cooperation in shaping our world. Let us give a resounding welcome to His Honorable Minister as he delivers his keynote address.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, good evening. Vanakkam. Your Excellency Martin Hamad Al-Himli, Director General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Lanka-Jeddah region. Your Excellency Adnan Murad, Deputy Director General and Chief Protocol Affairs. Your Excellencies, the Honorable Consul General of Sri Lanka, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and fellow countrymen. It gives me great pleasure to be here today during my visit to this region that happens to be a part of this celebration. It brings me a lot of nostalgia to me. I have had the privilege of holding a similar events 25 years ago, when I was appointed as a Consul General, first Consul General in the region for Sri Lanka, in 1997 to be precise. I'm here for about 3.5 years. I have seen everything that this beautiful country has transformed in this region, and I'm very happy to see here the great stride this great nation had made over the years. Sri Lanka and Saudi Arabia have had great relationship for a long, long period of time, from time immemorial. That's one of the reasons for us to extend our friendship to even greater heights. And Saudi established their mission in Sri Lanka, then we established our mission, and then we knew we need even further presence when we established in 1997 our Consulate General here in Jeddah. I was just, after passing out as a young lawyer, my president, then Her Excellency Madam Chandrika Kumar called me one day and asked that whether I could take over the new consulate which we are going to be established in Jeddah. It came from out of the blue. I didn't know what to say, because my lifelong ambition was to become a lawyer. But I thought I must accept the challenge, and I have no regrets because of the beautiful memories which created. My wife is here. We spent about a year here after we married, and I actually got married during my stay as a Consul General here in Jeddah. So let me, apart from those nostalgical memories, let me come to the serious note about what we do with our relationship. Sri Lanka and Saudi Arabia, and our Consul General ably demonstrated, for a long period of time, and continue to have great relationship. In the recent past, we have seen that relationship had grown from strength to strength. I was there to receive His Excellency, His Highness Prince Farhan when he visited Sri Lanka in 2022, not as a foreign minister, but as the Minister of Justice. I received him at the airport and had a chat with him and had lunch with him on the next day. And then, since so many things have happened thereafter, you saw what Sri Lanka went through. But one good thing, what we can say, is from the images that you saw 2 years ago in my country, Sri Lanka has come a long way. Our tourism had seen a year-on-year growth from 22 to 23, about 106%. And compared to last January and February, this January and February has had further more than 100% increase. Tourists are flowing to Sri Lanka, and it gives a great message. We have successfully negotiated and obtained an IMF bailout package, which is a big encouragement to Sri Lanka. We have concluded the local debt restructuring. We are in the part of finalizing the private bondholders, whereas bilateral countries, including Saudi Arabia, had greatly supported our debt restructuring process. So if not with the support which we received from our international partners and friends, we wouldn't have made such a big comeback. I know Sri Lanka has a long way to go, But compared to what we were 18 months, 24 months ago, I'm grateful that Sri Lanka had made a great comeback and long ways to go. One important thing that I also would like to mention at this point in time, Sri Lanka is an opportunity waiting. We could see that when you come there. If you look at last, I don't want to mention, last 2 weeks, if you study Sri Lankan affairs, you could see variety of leaders from world, different part of the world, from north to the south to the Middle East to the east, have been visiting Sri Lanka. And looking at Sri Lanka as a viable geopolitical player, and due to its strategic location, have been looking at investment in a big way. So this is the opportunity because of its vital location. We could see or serve as the gateway to both east and the west. And it's at the largest and busiest transshipment port in the Indian Ocean. And that is why in the port there are investments from China, Japan, India, US, and we would like to have more investment from the Middle East. That's where we are talking to. Because Sri Lanka had always pursued a policy of independent foreign relations. It is non-aligned. Non-aligned does not mean that we don't work it. We work it everywhere. We take our own decisions depending on what is right. And you can see our position on the ongoing terrible conflict in Gaza. I mean, very forthright, that stood with the right side. We asked for a two-state solution. We see violence as not a solution. We see peace as the last true solution. And you don't need to be apologetic to do the right thing. In all situations, in all places, Sri Lanka has stood on that line. We also watch very closely, unfortunately, some double standard and hypocrisy practiced by some institutions. So we hope this conflict resolved soon, and there is lasting peace in the Middle Eastern region, which is very, very important to the world. So I'm not going to take much of your time. Thank you very much for being present here, and it's my privilege to be here on this beautiful occasion, to be part of this occasion. I coincided my Umrah with this event and also something very close to my heart, 25 years of establishment for the Sri Lankan International School, which I formed during my tenure as a Consul General here, with the support of Sri Lankan community and the Education Ministry of the Saudi Arabia. So I think we are celebrating 25 years of the existence of the Sri Lankan International School, Jeddah. I'm very grateful to be here on that occasion too. Thank you very much again for everyone, one of you here, for being present here tonight to celebrate our 76th anniversary of independence and also 50 years of enduring friendship between Sri Lanka and Saudi Arabia. Thank you very much.
As we near the midpoint of our festivities, our next event is a song which praises the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam for his kindness and guidance towards people. يا بائعا في أرض طيبة عنبرا بجوار أحمد لا تبيع الأنبرا إن الصلاة على النبي وآله يشدو بها من شاء أن يتعطر صلوا على خير البرية تغنموا عشرا يصليها الملك الأعظم. The event is performed by the students of Sri Lankan International School in Jeddah.
Yeah.
final cultural event is a dance for the song called Aju Taparalaya, a song sung by the Sri Lankan senior artist Deepika Piris, and it's a motivational song which encourages to achieve noble goals and dream big, which is performed by the students of Sri Lankan Independence School in Jeddah.
මහා මෙරක් ලෙසට හිතේ උපන් වරට හඬා දොඩා පල නොලබන හින්දා
උදලා හිරු විලස එබී හිඳි මොළොවට සිනා මලක් මුවන්දර රන්දා
මහා මෙරක් ලෙසට හිතේ උපන් වරට හඬා දොඩා පල නොලබන හින්දා
උදලා හිරු විලස එබී හිඳි මොළොවට සිනා මලක් මුවන්දර රන්දා
විදුනනයෙන් අභිසෙස් ලබමින්නේ සඳ මතු පිට පියවර එසවෙන්නේ
අප පමණද එක තැන කැරකෙන්නේ අප තනිකර ලෝකය දිව යන්නේ ආජු තපරලා හිලා පීචි තපරලා හිලා ආජු තපර පීචි තපර බිස්කු බිස්කුලා හිලා ආජු තපරලා හිලා පීචි තපරලා හිලා ආජු තපර පීචි තපර බිස්කු බිස්කුලා හිලා
අපේ හදට සතුටක් මුසුවේ නම් අපේ දුකට සුසුමක් මතුවේ නම්
අපේ හිතට දිරියක් ලැබදී නම් එදා අපට පෙරමග සූදානම් ආජු තපරලා හිලා පීචි තපරලා හිලා ආජු තපර පීචි තපර බිස්කු බිස්කුලා හිලා ආජු තපරලා හිලා පීචි තපරලා හිලා ආජු තපර පීචි තපර බිස්කු බිස්කුලා හිලා ආජු තපරලා හිලා පීචි තපරලා හිලා ආජු තපර පීචි තපර බිස්කු බිස්කුලා හිලා ආජු තපරලා හිලා පීචි තපරලා හිලා ආජු තපර පීචි තපර බිස්කු බිස්කුලා හිලා ආජු තපරලා හිලා.
Amongst the festivities, we have the distinct pleasure of recognizing excellence in cookery artistry. Tonight, we honor a chef whose cookery skill has harvested international acclaim and earned him the prestigious Caterer Saudi Award, Head Chef of the Year. Please join me in congratulating Mr. Muhammad Ilyas on this remarkable achievement. وفي ختام الاحتفالات يسعدنا أن نهنئ الشيف محمد إلياس وذلك لتميزه في فنون الطهي وحصوله على جائزة Saudi Caterer Awards لأفضل رئيس الطهاة ونتمنى له التوفيق والسداد في مسيرته المهنية. I would like to call the Honorable Minister Sabri and His Excellency Mazen Al-Himli and His Excellency the Consul General Falah Al-Hibshi and His Excellency Adnan Murad to present the shield to Mr. Muhammad Ilyas.